Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm breaking my holiday silence. But I'm coming in with a mid-January, from January 15th to the end of January, I'm reading now, it must be the 6th of January, and I'll be uploading them to tell you how many celebrations that we will be celebrating coming up. So there is a New Year celebration in a Julian calendar, the celebration that has sort of like a Christmas, then a New Year's coming up. But January 15th itself has a numerous amount of celebrations that we can follow. For example, there is the National Hat Day on a very very low level, but for those of us who wear hats, and I'm a hat wearer, I celebrate. There's a humanitarian day on January 15th. There's also the National Sanctity of Human Life Day, which every year I come in and celebrate. January is an especially particular month for me. For those of us who like ice cream, there's a strawberry ice cream day, the 15th of January. But also there is World Religion Day, which is always the third Sunday of January, and World Snow Day. And here, I'm in the mountains now, and if you can see out that window, it's all white. We have about coming up to a yard of snow, 1, 2, 3 feet. It's at a meter now. I was just outside, it was freezing outside. I've been shoveling. So this is just to welcome you back and welcome myself back. Now let's get into the second half of January reading. Virgo, hi, this is Christelle, and I'm here with my Vera Sibila cards to lay a spread for the second half of the week, second half of January, starting from January 15th up until the 31st. And I'll highlight areas of this spread with a tarot deck called the Silver Witchcraft deck, and crown the reading with a casting of runes. Let's see what the second half of January holds in store for you, Virgo. All right. It seems as if two people are thinking along the same lines, but they're still not seeing eye to eye. Okay, I have here both the artista, and this could be a professional, and the female lover, and they're back to back. That's something that's happening behind the scenes, something that you're not really aware of, that you may intuit, but you're not really aware of it. Well, the scene gets complicated because although I have at the very top in the middle, as a focus card right down the middle, is the fidelity card. So it seems that these two people, even if they're not conversing, even if they're not seeing eye to eye, there still are thoughts there. There still is the energy of perhaps leftover passion, perhaps leftover something, because the thoughts are still there, pensiero. And what is quite telling are these two cards, the domestico, the house domestic, and the doctor dottore, who are two characters that come to home. You can see this is a house visit. They are in a home, and these two, however, they're cards that work behind the scenes as well. They're telling me that things behind the scenes, you know how there are old movies that show you, they split the scene in half, and you see one person and what they're doing in their context, and the other person. And this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing one person and another person, what they're doing, what's happening in their contexts. And they're two different things, but they are going through similar emotions. And I right in the center of the spread here is this donna di servizio, is the housemaid, and that brings on a little period of respite because you're feeling ill at ease. I can only describe it as that, Virgo. There's a sort of feeling of ill at ease because even though you are grounded, you are on firm ground, and I mean, there's the denaro, the 19th century safe in casa, which is also depicted as an institution. You seemingly are on stable ground. I have these two contradictory cards. I've got the death card, Morte, and Alegria. And it seems that what is going through your mind is, let me close the door once and for all. I will be happy, all the more happy for it, all the happier for it. And this is one thing that you believe. However, what am I seeing all along the period, stemming from January, December, it's moving forward. I've got a situation where your business, your livelihood, the way you make your money, is not as productive, let's say, is not as forthcoming as you would like. I see you still as being alone. Of course, not all of my listeners are alone. There are people partnered, but I'm, giving this message, the general readings, and I'm giving the message that is being sent to me. I see you, Virgo, as entertaining. There are some of you who entertain the notion of frivolous sex, one night stands. Just let me go from one person to the next. Let me have this fling. And another part of you, Virgos, that actually do have a person in your life, which is an enemy to the other one working behind the scenes, thinking along the same lines as you do, harboring sort of partly regret, but thinking. There's still thoughts there, that there's something still unfinished business there. Now, how do these, but the last two cards, are a belvedere, looking out to see something coming in, a positive news coming in, and amica harmony. So, what I can say to you, Virgo, is that no matter how long this image emerges, these feelings keep to emerge, and how unsettling your either business is, or the earnings may not satisfy you as much, or there's just something about work that's not satisfying you. No matter what is happening to you, there is coming up a situation that is much more pleasing to you. Let me take the Vera Sibilla here. First of all, on these two cards back to back, two people living parallel lives. These were previously shuffled. I'd just like to shuffle them a little bit more. I have the Six of Wands, and that is true. I believe that is the case. They are living sort of parallel lives emotionally. Then the Page of Cups, in terms of their emotions precisely, and the Nine of Wands, which doesn't sit very lightly on them. It's something that, how something just churns and churns and churns. And this is churning away at you and the other person. I also would like to look at the situation with work and the other person that you are entertaining, one night stands with, or having sex with, having some kind of physical relation with, for those of you who do have that. The work, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. Now you see a progressive, these would look fantastic, but it's a progression downward from the 10 to the 9 with the Page in the middle. Now, a Page of Pentacles is a slower page than most, but it is nonetheless a page. It is nonetheless an announcement of something to come. And it is just a lull. It seems that this month perhaps, or this period, is announcing a slowing down of your business relations perhaps, or your earnings. One more illustration here let me take a look at one more highlighting here, this enemy, this person that's in your life currently. 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and 5 of Wands. Here too, there's not a progression, but a regression, the Six of Cups, the Five of Cups. It's not a person from your past, although that person of your past is the person churning away in your thoughts. The Five of Cups and the Five of Wands are a person that you don't have it in you to make a part of your life. They're there, and they're creating changes for you. But all in all, they are not important. It may be more than one person. They are not important, but they definitely are not the person who will stay in your life for any length of time. Now, I'm going to take the runes to crown the reading. Okay. I have the nameless, faceless rune weird, and it's right over this one night stand, this person who's in your life. And then I have at the very top, Yera, happiness in the heart, and Otala, Merkstave, right over the change in your work situation. What is this saying to me? It's saying that no matter what, no matter how many people you bring, how many shoes you invite under your bed, no matter how many people you go to from one to the next, this is a period of time that is not conventional for you, is not it's not in your nature to do this, but you will indeed entertain this type of desire and to do this type of activity. It is short-lived, and the Yera over the happiness in the heart and pensiero here, the thoughts, are telling me that this is not just this period, the second half of January, that it has been on your mind. It's been on the back burner, in the front, in the back, but it's there. It's been there in your mind for a long time. Otala, Merkstave, over the issue of work, is there to just confirm that indeed the work situation isn't as prosperous as you would like, but it's just a matter of time. It's really just a matter of time that things will pick up again. There is one more element in this spread, and it's one of the focus cards. This is the sacerdote, the priest here, and there are many, many things that I can say about this. The most important is that you're alone, that you do feel alone, that you hide the fact that you are alone to those around you. You don't communicate that. You don't want to have other people understand the loneliness that you have and that you feel. And this too, however, comes and feeds into the last two cards. On the horizon, something positive is going to happen to you, Virgo. Namaste. I hope this was of help to you, and until we read together again. Bye-bye, Virgo.